There was some news that came about yesterday talking about another artist, a Nigerian artist, dying suddenly. And this was after he reached out online to his friend, asking him to come and essentially take him to the hospital or get him help. And one of the things that struck me was...
Want to tell who it is?
Yes, his name's Oladips.
Oladips, yes.
One of the things that struck me was the fact that his initial cry out wasn't received with as much empathy as you would expect.
What was he cry out about?
Well, initially he had cried out on social media that he called for prayers. Please help me, please pray for me, I'm not feeling too good. But when he did this, Nigeria, social media trolls and everybody simply just put it out there that, oh, Oga, you're looking for clout. You're asking for clout and so and so and so. This was big. It was, you know. And unfortunately, the next information that we got was that he had passed from an undisclosed ailment. We don't know what it was. But it was just that reaction from people that really got me sad. And I'm sure it got everybody else wondering, as in, where is humanity? There's something I want to relate this to, if you don't mind. There's a track making records currently. It's trending. It's a country track. It's a country music, but it's by a Nigerian who lives in Canada. His name is Dax, and I suggest that everybody listens to this track called To Be a Man. He features another country great, Darius, on it. If
Darius
you haven't,
Rucker.
Darius Rucker. Dax featuring Darius Rucker, To Be a Man. You have to Google it now, or at least YouTube it. When I heard this track for the first time, I actually listened to it over and over. I saw all the iterations of it. And it really hit me. I actually was sitting down in the living room, my wife by my side, and I was shedding a tear, and I didn't want her to know I was cleaning my eyes. Because it talked about the travails of being a man, the things that we have to go through, and the fact that we cannot speak out. That your father went through it, and then he told you that, hey, you're going to go through this too. And that you can't say, hey, this is too much, because that's being a man. You can't cry out. And in this case of Oladips, this is exactly what happened. Dude actually literally cried out, I need help. I'm going through this. And people were like, oh, please, you're just going through some, you're just cloud chasing. It's very, very sad how humanity has turned out.
So the thing, so whenever I see situations like this, and there's something I want to mention. There's a lady, she had, she had what someone might say, a body that people would want to shame. And I'd seen a post, I follow her, and where she had complained about being body shamed and all of that. And then at a particular point, she would highlight some comments, and people were like, oh, this is terrible, I feel so bad. So I tried out this mini experiment. For days, up to weeks, I was always sending great comments. I would send to the DM, I would reply her story, I would send in the comments, you are beautiful, I love you, because she is what someone might say, what I admire, and what maybe others might not admire. I was putting this out for a reason. I was hoping that someday, even if she doesn't reply me, or maybe she will point out this comment, okay, somebody will say something nice. But she didn't point out, she didn't reply.
She didn't reply to the nice comments.
So I found out that as the world is, you know, you go to someone's feed, you see very nice stuff. You see that contradictory or that
negative
comment, that's what we focus on. And that is a major issue. The mind is just, I don't know. It feels like, okay, I get a compliment, and it happens. At times when people compliment me, I go,
We don't consider compliments. We always, like, if it's the adverse one, we're like, that didn't touch me.
I feel it's about focus. You know, now, for him to put it out there, I'm definitely sure he has fans. I'm definitely sure that there's some people that would have called out. But you see, one blog somewhere would pick out, they said, look, the bad news or negative news has gone around the world, while the truth is still trying to tie its shoelaces. So my point here is that I'm not taking away from what it is, but I'm just saying that, look, at times, the focus. But so
focus should be on the individual, you and I, and what we choose to actually accept, what we choose to let be our narrative. I get what you're saying, and I absolutely agree with it. For many, many weeks, I've said this many times here, how I try to curtail, how I try to prune and manage my own social media and what kind of content I get in. I talked about this on Monday, where I got a couple of comments, very adverse, over 70 adverse comments on a post I commented on Linda KG's blog. And the comments, under my comment, I got 70 very bad comments, some of them even retorting and telling about how cursing me and my family.
Oh.
However, I did note that there were also 70 likes and a couple of people who absolutely appreciated what I said on that comment.
Yeah.
So for me, I really don't look at those per se. I always look for the positive. And I think your mind is a blueprint for your physical self. If you allow your mind to think just about the adversities or the negativities, that's what's going to become eventually.
So this now comes roundabout to say that, yes, to be a man, and of course I am not a man,
Oh, that's
but the responsibilities,
the women will be dragging Father's Day with us.
yes.
The women, hold up. There are some women that have had to step into men's shoes.
Necessarily
Yes,
so.
necessarily, because of whatever situation they find themselves in.
True.
But the thing is, those women too have been put in a position, especially like single mothers, for instance, have been put in a position where they can't even really cry out either. Because they could be shamed for, okay, so what was it you did that?
So here's the thing. It's a human thing, man or woman, especially for men, and I'm speaking because I'm a man. There's so little avenue for you to absolutely cry out 100%. If I told Mike my travails, what I'm going through, Mike would like, oh God, man up, Jerry.
Yeah.
If he would expect me to also understand his own, but me, I'll listen to that. Are you going through half of what I'm going through? There's really no avenue to absolutely express yourself, and that's why that song was very, very impactful, because it tells about everything men go through, and that you're just expected to go through it and shut up.
4.9 million views.
4.9 million
in
views.
2 weeks.
Someone said
that video.
Someone said that there are more grandmas than grandpas.
Oh wow. There's a reason for that.
And not just someone said it. Look around. We have our grandmas living longer. How many grandpas do you see? Look at the Spanish culture, the abuelas. The abuelas live longer. You hear the matron of the family is what you hear.
Abuela,
Where is the abuelo? I don't know what's the male.
Abuelo,
What's the male? You know. But you have more grandmothers than grandfathers.
There's a reason.
There is a reason. So the point, and there was this particular cleric who said, "Don't die, man." And then he now said something after. I said, "Talk."
Yes.
Women, you said the reason why we men live longer
because they talk exactly. They talk a lot.
So now, on the other hand,
if I see this guy now, man, when I talk about football or Benny, we don't move forward. But
on the other hand, if you have a man in your life, a brother, a cousin, an uncle who just decides to sit down and have a deep conversation with you, please don't brush it aside.
Yeah.
Give them that time to express themselves.
Tell them what I told you to tell Oscar this morning.
Really?
Tell them.
You did do well.
Exactly.
He said I should say that. But I actually do.
Yeah, and I'm just saying generally.
So, but not enough people get that accolade. And when you receive the accolade, take it and hold it with your heart.
That's the positivity we're talking about. That's it. That's true. Mike.
So I see 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men.
I was going to do that.
Woman said, they said.
Mike,
when woman said, God carry glass, come on, face like.
Let me start with you. You're trying, man.
You did.
Mazino, you
did try too. You did try.
Mazino, you did.
Imagination, Taiwo, you're trying. D1, you're trying. Juju, you're trying. This is a woman, but you're trying. We're all trying, guys. Hang in there, everybody.
I'm going to try.
MM. Yeah, she tried so.
All right, just to wrap it up, Oladips, rest well, brother.